Thank you, everybody. It's a sad day today at the club as we bid farewell to a club legend, really. You know, this guy was an integral part of building the Grindavik team into the European contenders that we are today during his 9 seasons at the club. So, Bakali, mate, good luck in Italy. We hope to see you back here again soon. And to commemorate your time with us here in Grindavik, we have commissioned a life-size statue. You'll never be forgotten, mate.
Synker samman till segerstroppen Maltan Grindavik Och jag vet vart nu ger idag.
Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Grindavik on The Impossible Dream. It is season 14, episode 6, and today we start our Champions League campaign. Home games against Benfica and Fenerbahce, and it has to be 6 points. If we want to get out of this league phase, it has to be 6 points today. Now, lots and lots to catch you up on, the first of which is the sad departure of Bakali. 9 years he spent with us. He was an absolute star, and he wanted to leave. He wasn't going to sign a new contract, and at 30, I was kind of thinking technically maybe he was someone we'd moved past, but mentally he was still brilliant. And anyway, he's left. He's gone off to Torino, and I wish him well. Obviously, we wish him well. If you want to leave your favourite Bakali memories in the comments, I mean, he was just brilliant, wasn't he? He really took us, I think, from being that sort of European, like qualifying hopeful to, someone that expected to be in the league phase and getting out of it. So I think he was probably like that bridge player for us. 9 years, you'd hope so. Anyway, but he was next level, wasn't he, for so long? And it's only just now. I think it shows 9 seasons on, and we're only just starting to move past him. So yeah, really good player he's been for us. Now, he's not the only transfer piece of business that's been done. The other player that has departed is Ivor Nirozovic. Now, we sold him for 800,000, but we sold him with a 50% sell-on. The problem with this guy was that he wasn't ever going to be club trained, and when I signed him, I thought he would become club trained. So he's a decent enough player. Jumping reach and heading is a bit of a problem for a centre-back. Ultimately, I'm okay with it because we had that 50% sell-on. I think we signed him for 1.1, so we've made a slight loss right now. But when he moves on, you can see up to 6 million. I think we'll get our money back for him. So that should be absolutely fine. Now, we have made a couple of signings that will be joining us in February. The first of those, for 150,000, potentially rising up to, I forget what it is now, but under $1 million anyway, is Roman Andruzovic. Now, we actually played him. He was the team we played to qualify for the Champions League. He played for them. So I always scout our opposition, obviously, and he popped up. And the scouts don't love him, only a C-rated signing. But what I do like about him is anywhere down that left-hand side, he could, in theory, play. He's only 18, so he should become club trained for us as well. And I think, at 18, there is still room for him to develop and turn into a very useful either wing-back or even a bit of cover at left wing as well. So we'll wait and see exactly what we get from him when he arrives. But I think he could be a nice little piece of business and a cheap piece of business as well. Already a Belarusian international at 18. And the other player that we signed is a centre-back, Simeon Zarov. I should have practiced this. Zaraev. Now, he is a wonder kid. We haven't necessarily signed him as though he can play right-back, and he can play right-back reasonably well. I've signed him more so, I would say, as a centre-back, as a wonder kid centre-back. Now, Grubasic is probably unlikely to be around with us long-term, just felt you can never have too many wonder kids at the club, even if he was to stay. So, yeah, we'll see what we get from him. 18 again, 12 caps already for Bulgaria, 4.4 million. I think it rises a little bit if he plays 50 games for us, but certainly not too much. Again, I think it's a good piece of relatively cheap business and a player that is only going to get better for us. Can play off either foot as well, which is a very nice thing to have. So yeah, very excited for him to come in February as well. Now, unfortunately, we do need to visit the medical centre as well because we have had a few very serious injuries. Now, the first one is Plemenos. He, on Greek international duty, broke his leg. So he is essentially out for this season in Europe, 4 to 6 months. Not great because he was supposed to partner Grubasic at the back for our Champions League games. That obviously won't be happening. And so we've had to sort of rearrange what we're going to do at the back. But yeah, I mean, we can cover it, but yeah, just a really nasty injury for a really good young player. Next in the casualty ward is a rocker. Now, he is out 7 weeks to 3 months with a torn thigh muscle. In and of itself, this injury maybe isn't devastating, but we know already that Baltinson is just coming back from injury to sort of today in game. Seema is back but hasn't played much, so it's that sort of attacking sort of 3 of our 4 have been injured, which is not particularly good. So yeah, he's going to be missing for the foreseeable future. And the other one, just to make it on the right-hand side, equal things out with injury crisis, is Milosevic. Now, it's a little less serious. It's 2 to 5 weeks for him. Hopefully, let's look more at the 2-week side of things, and he'll be back available for selection sort of for the second Champions League game. But yeah, it's a bit of an injury crisis. At the time of year, we don't need it when we've got our 2 home games against teams we should be beating. Ideally, we'd have all our players available to us. And just to keep you updated on the finances as well, 53 million, almost 54 million in the bank right now, 38 million to spend if we want it, and we've really done some good work on the wages. We are down to just over $500,000 a week, which is ridiculous for Iceland, isn't it? So we've got about 300 grand a week we can spend if we want to. So yeah, we're going to be able to get in, some good players on some very good wages if and when that we need to do that. So yeah, very, very pleased with that. Now, there are some games to catch you up on, so let's go and do that. The first of those was against Stanen in the league. Luna crossed for Kruzliak to put us ahead early. It was 2-0 when Arocco crossed for Kruzliak. And the same 2 combined again for our third. Stanen pulled one back early in the second half, but Kruzliak restored our lead. And then got on the end of Bodvartsen's cross to make it 5-1. So Kruzliak, absolutely lethal. 5 goals in this one. He's a freak, isn't he? He really is playing well this season. You can see there, the attacking 3 did brilliantly. We defended well at the back despite conceding a goal. And it was, yeah, all very, very nice. Now, next up, it was the second leg against Shakhtar, or whatever they were called, the Belarusian side. So let's go see if we could finish off the tie-in style. Kosh found Magnusson to give us the lead on the night. And it was Kosh again who put the second goal on a plate for Kruzliak. Meyer won possession, leading to Magnusson getting his second, before Magnusson put the cross for Kruzliak's 50th of the season. And Weir was the provider for yet another Kruzliak hat-trick. So we took the second half off in this one, which is fair enough. We were 15-0 up or something, so they can take 45. But what I really liked about this game, though, was some of the players that played well. Magnusson, who was the promising winger that was an inside forward for the Gags. Good to see him stepping up in Europe. Let's not call it a Champions League game because in quality it's not really, is it? But he did really well. Meyer, as the advanced playmaker, did well. So yeah, was really pleased with especially the first 45 minutes anyway. Next up, we had Vela in the league. Now, Vela was sitting second, and if we avoided defeat in this one, we were going to be champions. Now, Vela are one of the teams that have invested in a new stadium, so look at the crowd for this one. Very promising indeed. Briant slipped in Kruzliak to open the scoring. Giacchini picked out Kruzliak for our second. And Arocca's ball into the box led to Kruzliak's hat-trick, before Briant picked out Kruzliak for his 4th before half-time. And Kruzliak hit the post for Junior to make it 5-0. So Kruzliak is a freak, and we sent home a fairly big crowd, disappointed. So 5-0, champions again. Briant is very good in midfield there, so that's promising ahead of Europe as well. And yeah, just generally speaking, another very, very good performance from us. Next up, as champions, we faced Vikinger. Briant opened the scoring. Arocca picked out Kosh's run for our second. And Halmarsen made it 3-0. So this game took place during an international break. We were missing a lot of players. Einarsson played, I think it was his first appearance professionally up front. It was definitely Gunnarsson's in his first appearance there as the deep line playmaker, and got the assist on that first goal as well. And yeah, Turpinson played as a centre-back and did quite well, to be honest. And it was Halmarsen's first goal for the club as well. He's obviously been a regular for the Gags for a few seasons now. But yeah, nice to see him finally getting himself on the score sheet as well. So all in all, considering the team we picked. Very pleased with that. Our final game to catch you up on was against Leikner. Junior crossed for Bjornsson to put us ahead. Valenzuela made it 2-0, but Leikner pulled one back. Before Rafferson's temporary blindness tied things up. So more drop points. Ultimately, it doesn't matter at this point of the season, but never nice to drop points. Junior was actually really, really good in this one. He's another promising winger, and he is looking as though he's going to be potentially a European option for us in a season or two's time. He really is starting to develop that well. Actually, if we do just have a quick look at him, we can see him there. Now, the red, and it's, yeah, I never quite... I think it's if you're overplaying them, it goes red, even though they're not technically getting worse at the age of 17. But yeah, you can see there, I mean, physically he's quite decent. He can dribble, he can cross, he's got decent technique. Flair is going to be the weakness in his game, isn't it? And there's not much we can do to make that look good. But yeah, he's a promising winger, isn't he? He's nothing, probably nothing more, nothing less, but you'd rather have a promising winger than a rubbish one, wouldn't you? So the league table, we can see there, we are champions. A goal difference of plus 74 is slightly ridiculous. Kruzliak has 37 in the league, and it is a 22-game season, and we've still got 3 games to play. So that gives you a rough idea of how good he's been this year. And yeah, I mean, shouldn't overlook that, because we've had good players before that have never got as many goals as he has. So he is absolutely bossing the league right now, and yeah, it is, as I say, slightly ridiculous. But anyway, let's go and have a look at what we're doing here, because we have Champions League football. This is the first round of games. It's the Tuesday as well, so it is officially the first games. So we can see there at home to Benfica. It's a must-win. It is definitely a must-win. We're expecting a 4-4-2 out of them. And this is a team that we're sending out. Pruwal goes in goal. Giacchini, Grubasic. White is going to come in and play centre-back. We did get him in. There's a little bit of cover in that position. And with the injury to Plemenos, he's going to be sort of the first option to have a look and see what he can do there. Luna will be the right back. Jonsson, Rayul, and Bryant will be in midfield. It is Kosh, Sima, and Kruzliak. Sima, you can see there. Where is he here? He is... he's actually not too bad in terms of match sharpness. He was away on international duty. We've had bids up to like over 30 million for him now. You can see Kosh is unhappy. He wanted to go to Cardiff. I don't know why you would want to go to Cardiff. Certainly, I mean, go to Cardiff, but not to play football. And yeah, we've got Belton on the bench. He is not really fit, but we are lacking attacking options. So yeah, hopefully everybody just comes through this fit and we get 3 points. All right, so we can see the team sheet here, and this is, of course, the return of STANOJEVIC. This is where we sold him to. We've actually had quite a few transfers back and forth, because Conde went here. He has since moved on. We got a little sell-on for him. And, of course, this is where we got Maya from as well. Now, I was tempted to start him against his former team, but ultimately I think Damian White is the better player right now. So that's who we're starting with. But yeah, STANOJEVIC, I'm sure we'll get a let's go out there and impress me. I can get on board with that. I'm sure he will get an interesting reception from the Grindavik crowd. We have not forgotten. So yeah, here we go. It is a strong team, this one. It really is. I don't know if... Well, I mean, it's difficult to not start Kruzliak. I think Baltinson probably has earned the right to be a European striker after last season. Oh, oh no, he's starting. I saw that's STANOJEVIC, so it's a different one. Yeah, I think it's, well, how can you disagree with Kruzliak? I think he's got 55 goals on the season. As I said, 37 of those have been in the league. He's just been a little bit of a beast. So that is all good. But yeah, at home, this is must win. Both these games are must win, and then we can sort of look at where we can sort of what we can do in the group. As Kosh sends a cross in, it's a good save from the head of, was it Sima, at that near post. Looks like he's being marked by STANOJEVIC. Kosh have another go. This time it's more into the middle. Goalkeeper can claim it, and that will do it for that particular highlight. We've got a free kick here in a dangerous position over the top. Let's encourage them, and let's see if we can go again here. Now we are lower tempo. Okay. Actually, I wonder if we don't exploit the flanks. Given they're 4-4-2, we might have a slight advantage in central midfield. It's a shame that Kosh is upset. I'm hoping as Giacchini wins it back, Sima comes forward. He's got a little bit of space in front of him. They're letting him go a long way there. Bryant to Kruzliak, goes back for Jonsson. Bryant again. This is okay. Probe away, boys. Probe away. Giacchini, it's headed away. It is hacked clear. Damian White is there. Luna gets it to Jonsson. Jonsson, ball forward. It's a flick on for Krusliak. Oh, if he's onside, it's beautiful. I don't know. But I think it was a Seema flick on, and I don't know if Seema. It says, oh, Krusliak. I think Krusliak's okay. It's the initial ball forward, though, I think. I don't think it's the flick on. It has been ruled out. Oh, he's equal, isn't he? It's one of those. He's got a pubic hair offside. That's unbelievable. Well, we go again, I suppose. But it was nice play, wasn't it? Nice combination up there by our two boys. And we've got some defending to do, it looks like. Can we win this ball back? Seema putting decent pressure on. White nods it down there for Kosh. Luna to Jonsson. Don't like that both our defenders on that right-hand side are booking. But here we go with Krusliak. Oh, he's rattled the crossbar. He's broken the crossbar. And Seema gives away a foul trying to get to the rebound. And, well, we've been the better team here. We've had the ball on the net. We've hit the crossbar, but it is still scoreless. So, what do we say to this? Everyone dig in, I think, is probably the best way to do this. Now, unfortunately, with Kosh, I wouldn't say he's playing badly anyway, but we don't really have an option with no Milosevic. It would mean bringing Junior on, and I don't think he is quite ready yet for this level. I feel like Benfica in real life is the sort of team that we are now. You know, like no one, we'd be seen as a tricky game. We would expect to get into the knockout rounds. Oh, what have we done there? Puol has made a big save. And then increasingly, we've got, you know, the giants, I suppose, are coming to us with huge bids for good young players. So I kind of see us as like, a Benfica or Porto sort of style team right now. So it would be good if we could go and put one over them. Yeah, we just need to find the back of the net here. Then Kosh with the ball in. It is flicked away. And STANOJEVIC, boo, hack him down. Except if you're on a booking, then don't hack him down. We do have a lot of bookings out there right now, don't we? The right-hand side, particularly, they're all, you know what? It's the right-hand side. They're all kicking STANOJEVIC, aren't they? Makes perfect sense. Kosh, oh, he can't quite. Oh, Kosh. All right, well, what do we do with this? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to move Raul out wide as an advanced playmaker and just try and get ourselves into the game that way. I'm also taking off White. I don't like, that's too many bookings in the back line. So we'll take him off. We'll put Maya on in at centre back against his former team. And we will, I mean, we need to win the game realistically, don't we? Let's try I wonder if a calm down would work. But with 10 men now, it does just make life that little bit more difficult for us, doesn't it? Oh. And what we don't need to do is go a goal down. Raul over a free kick. It's a decent one. It's flicked on. Seema is there. Can't... Oh, it's a penalty, is it? It's a penalty! Well, this could be huge, surely. I mean, you wouldn't blow it up there. If he's blown it up and it's not a penalty, I'll be annoyed because that was coming back out to Raul. And who's taking it? It is Seema. Come on, Wendell. Come on, mate. 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 He has done it. Wendell gives us the lead. We'll go off of attacking back to balanced. Do we need to change anything else, I wonder? I don't think so right now. There's a part of me that thinks, do we bring Raul back into a sort of play an extra man in midfield? But I don't know that that is necessarily what we want to do here. Is Jonsson's done brilliantly. Briant. Meyer. Luna gets it back there for Pruwol. Cross for Grubasic. Briant again. He's looking good, Briant, isn't he? What a cracking ball that is for Giacchini. Krusliak's getting forward. We go back to Briant. To Seema. To Jonsson. Jonsson for Giacchini. In for Krusliak! And he's surely onside. Surely he's onside. I've knocked the tissue box off the desk in my excitement. That is surely onside. VAR, don't you dare. He's given it. She's given it. I don't know who the VAR official is. VAR has given it. They have given it. And Giacchini, I tell you what, Briant in that move was absolutely brilliant. And with 10 men, we've scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. We have rattled Benfica. It was Jonsson with the ball through, not Briant. Yeah, he was behind the ball. I thought so. I thought that looked onside. And that is excellent, excellent news. All right. We've actually looked better here with 10 men. I wonder if moving Raul out wide is something that we should have maybe looked to do a little bit sooner here. Briant to Seema. Seema to Raul. Raul loses out, but only as far as Luna. Luna chips it forward for Kruzliak. Wins the header, but can't do anything more than that. And here come Benfica again. Maya against his former team. Raul, there's a good ball for Kruzliak. Kruzliak, this is what he's done all season, and, well, he's kicked the conversion. It's okay. We're still dominating this game with 10 men. I mean, that in itself is a very promising sign. Jonsson's got an injury and the booking. Let's get Pavas on for him. That's absolutely fine. Let's just tell him to focus. And we have about 2 minutes of stoppage time left here. Cross comes into the box. It's over the top. We have been a little bit lucky here at times, haven't we? But with 10 men, that is an absolutely magnificent performance. Really, really pleased with that. We're actually better with 10 men than we were with 11, which doesn't say much for Kosh, does it? So, crucially, we do get the 3 points. Fenerbahce have drawn 0-0 at home to Hertha, so that becomes a big game. Newcastle have put 7 past Sturm Graz. Now, we played them in our third game. We also played Roma, who have just gone and put 5 past Celtic, which is slightly concerning. But ultimately, 3 points is 3 points. On to the next one. So Maya gets one over his former team. The Jonsson injury is absolutely fine. Kosh will be banned. Hopefully Milosevic will be back in time for that. And if not, I think maybe we just stick Raul out wide. What a performance that is from Giacchini. 100% tackles won, 100% headers won. He's captain as well. That's a brilliant, brilliant captain's performance. What a difference from Degan that is. All right, guys, wait right there. I'll finish off the league season, and then it'll be Fenerbahce. Alright, welcome back. We are getting ready for the second of our must-win games, hosting Fenerbahce, the Turkish champions, I would assume. I'm not actually sure about that, but anyway, hopefully we're going to be able to beat them. Now, there's only 2 games to catch up on in the league. There is still 1 game to go. Our final game against KR got postponed due to weather. Hopefully the pitch is going to be okay for this one, though. But anyway, the first of those 2 games was against FH. We went in front when Junior crossed for Kruzliak. Boutenson split the defence for Kruzliak's second. Before Mayer's knockdown gave Kruzliak his hat-trick. So complete dominance, Kruzliak with yet another. I wonder how many hat-tricks he has this year. I don't know, we can probably count them up somewhere, but anyway, did really, really well. It was a rotated side, and yeah, there's not really much else to say other than brilliant. Other game to catch you up on was against Fram. Boutenson played in Kruzliak to make it 1-0. Vaca crossed for Kruzliak's second. Before he completed his hat-trick. Mortensen made it 4-0. And Kruzliak got a 4th. So Kruzliak adding a degree of difficulty for that 4th one there. The nerve of Mortensen to take a goal off of Kruzliak there. But yeah, once again, absolutely brilliant. Vaca, we tried him as a right winger. Now that is the Italian we signed that can kind of cover right back, kind of cover in midfield. He did okay against the Fram side that has been relegated, so not particularly that strong of a team. But let's have a look now and see what we're doing here. We are expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation out of them. And the team that we're sending out is Puol in goal. It's Giacchini, Grubasic, White and Luna. Jonsson, Raul and Briant in midfield. Boutenson, Seema and Kruzliak. We're going to try and pigeonhole them all in the same team. Obviously, we haven't got Kosh for this one. Milosevic is still injured. And Junior, I don't know that we trust Junior, do we, to start the game? So yeah, Boutenson, it was sort of between Boutenson and Kruzliak as to who goes wide. Kruzliak is obviously scoring for fun, and Boutenson is being a little bit of a, where are we here? Here. Boutenson's a little bit of a better dribble up, so I think, yeah, the crossing is about the same. So we'll just try him out wide. I mean, Kruzliak's working up front, so wide, no need to change him. Alright, so we can see the team sheets there. João Batiste, we had him, didn't we? I think, yeah, no, we definitely had him. He was that left-sided player that I brought in when we were a little bit short over there. So there is a former player in their team. Our home form's important to us. Let's go out there and make that count, please, and thank you, boys. And, yeah, let's hope we can get a good result here. Alright, and I should say, too, Viewers Player of the Year. Make sure you are leaving me your nominations for that. Hopefully we're going to have a long and prosperous European run here with no urgent need, but just in case, we'll get those in nice and early, and you can keep nominating. You can nominate more than one player if you wish. So, yeah, if you have an initial thought even, then let me know, and you can add to it later on in the season. Or the European campaign. So yeah, a little bit of a shame that the final league game got postponed. The reason it's a shame is because I was going to use that for match sharpness for some sort of bench players in the European squad, and play the sort of more stronger team in the game that we saw against Fram. So we sort of lost that opportunity. So we don't have the strongest bench. Injuries are taking a bit of a toll, and then the players that are there don't have the match sharpness I was hoping for. But who needs match sharpness? Kruzliak has 64 goals this season. That is absolutely ridiculous. He's got a second-minute goal here. Ball in from Raul. Knocked down from somebody, or was it a defender that got his head to the ball, perhaps? I think the commentary may have said Bakir there may have got his head to it. Either way, Kruzliak has scored yet another goal, and we are 1-0 up early. Giacchini for Briant. Briant gets crowded out a little bit. Can we win it back? We can. Briant does well. Seema to Jonsson, gets it wide there for Giacchini. Giacchini gets a little bit of space, whips the cross in. It's there for Baltensen, who draws a very good save. And, well, let's see if we can stick the corner in now. Seema to take. In towards the near post. Grobasic is there, but it is over the top. And that will do it for that. They have had a shot. We are dominating possession as we usually do, especially at home. I mean, to rack up some goals and get goal difference on our side would be nice, but ultimately it's just about the 3 points here, isn't it? Baltensen loses out. I think particularly this game where we are just a little bare bones up front. It would be nice, as that's not the greatest header, and we find ourselves under pressure now at the back, and is offside going to save us? There's a hint of it, isn't there? Only a hint, though, I suspect. And we have indeed conceded an equalising goal. So, not what we needed. Yeah, I think maybe Gordon. He may have been just off, but the goal scorer was not. And that was not what we needed. No, Gordon's marginal, but yeah, the Ahmet that got the goal is very much on side. So we do have another highlight quickly. Can we respond? Baltensen gets past one. Baltensen gets past two. Puts in a cross. It is Kruzliak. He's hit the crossbar. In those games at sort of the league games, you wouldn't believe the amount of times that we've hit the crossbar as well. We could easily have notched up God knows how many goals. And now we have some more defending to do from a free kick. Ball comes in. It is away. Raul is not there in time, and easy in the end for Puol. And that is that. Let's just encourage them, perhaps. Briant is looking nervous, which is not ideal. And a little bit like the Benfica game, you would say, I'm going to say we're not pleased with that. I mean, this is a game we're expected to win. It is a game we should win. And let's be honest, it's a game we have to win. So we need to be doing better. Everybody's looking motivated. Let's give them some encouragement and see what we can do. Raul has picked up a knock. Okay, so how do we deal with that? He has been the puppeteer in there, hasn't he? So do we... Briant would have to go as the advanced playmaker, I think. There's a good ball for Kruzliak. I'm pretty sure he's onside. He is just having the season of his life. That is magnificent. It is 2-1. We're back in front. And let's have another look at the finish. He's been blasting them. And this one is just sitting the keeper down. Dink. That's cheeky, isn't it? Absolutely cheeky. And it is 2-1. Alright, so let's have a look. Oh, Valenzuela's on the bench. Alright, so we can do that. Alright, hang on. Let's just pause this so we can make the... Because we'll have to change a few things around here. So we do that. Valenzuela comes on. Briant is more than capable of being an advanced playmaker, I would say. I don't think he's quite as good as Raul. But what we don't need is a Raul injury getting more serious here. Luna down the line there for Baltensen. Can he whip a cross in? He's not a natural winger, and I think that maybe showed there a little bit. Koshin Milosevic should be back for the next one. Oh, Raul's going to work his way through. It's there for Baltensen. This is what he can do, and he's hit the post again. Oh, we could be off into the distance, but it's not quite falling for us. But ultimately, we just need to get the 6 points here, don't we? Or 3 points here, you know what I mean, from the episode. Briant. to Luna. Luna floats one in. It's therefore... Oh, he's done it again. It's Krosliak's 66th goal of an incredible season. It's yet another hat-trick. It is 3-1. And Battinson wasn't happy about being played out of position. If he comes to me and complains, it's just going to have to... Mate, look at how many goals he has. It's taken a deflection, the cross, which is why it's looped up. And Krosliak has buried the header. And... yeah, well, I mean, the bids we're going to get for him in January, I imagine, will be sizable. He's one of these guys, and the way he's playing as well, that, I mean, I don't think we can win the Champions League, but he can certainly take us a long way. Oh, what a shot from Giacchini, his first of the season, and we're cruising now, aren't we? It's an absolute rocket from our left back, and club captain as well these days with the departure of Degen. And look at the space, look at the run. Krosliak, he's got himself an assist there as well. Good first touch into his stride. And the goalkeeper probably couldn't do too much about that in truth. And there we go. It is now 4-1. All right, Battinson's not enjoying himself out there. Briant's got himself an injury now. Okay, so Junior can come on and we'll bring Maya on for him. And that will just about be our subs, I would think. As Giacchini wins the ball back. Grubasic back to Jonsson. Briant to Valenzuela. Gets it wide. Junior just maybe caught looking at the ball a little bit. But here we go with our young promising winger. White back to Junior. Luna's gone on a little bit of a run there. It's a nice ball there for Briant. It's a cracking ball for Krosliak. He's got Seema with him. He's got Junior in the penalty area. There's the cross to Seema. And it is 5-1. Seema's 15th of the season. And that was some very, very nice play with Junior heavily involved, which is nice to see as well. Krosliak, I mean, you just expect him to shoot from there, but lays it back to Junior, who chips it in perfectly. And Seema buries the header. So no need to worry anymore. This is game done. We just need to maybe worry a little bit about those injuries, but we took them off fairly comfortably, early, I should say. So I would imagine that they'll both be okay. We wouldn't be looking more than a week out for them. There's another ball in, and it was at White that time. Not his header just past the post. But it is going to be 6 points from our first two games. It had to be 6 points from our first two games, but we've done it. And in two very different games. This one was fairly comfortable in the end, and with 10 men against Benfica. So we're not top of the Champions League this time around, but we are only 2 goals off being top of the Champions League behind Spurs and City. Equal on points with Barcelona and a good Rennes side, I think, as well. And Porto is up there at the same time. So, yeah, very, very pleased with that. Now we've got Sturm Graz to come. Now, they actually won their last game. So they've got themselves off the mark after being smacked by Newcastle. But a 5-star Grindavik performance, 2 to 3 days. Real's 2 to 3 days. That's absolutely brilliant. More money in the bank. Krosliak just continues to run Europe. And that will do it for today. If you've enjoyed that, thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Champions League off to an amazing start. And next time it gets more difficult. It's Sturm Graz away. That is another game we have to win. And then we host defending champions Tottenham. I'm not sure if you would have seen it there, but they just beat Inter 5-0. So, and Inter, of course, knocked us out last season. So that's going to be a tough one at home. But on what we've just seen, could we nick a point off the defending champs? We'll find out next time. There I am. Take care. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Grindavik. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome... Jesus Christ. Hi guys, I'm Grindavik and...